Thank you. Some Hoosiers fear they could lose their homes despite the nationwide halt on evictions.
Yeah, tenant advocates say renters may have trouble meeting the federal order's requirements. ITMate's Julia Dang is following the housing crisis. Julia.
Well, Phil, the moratorium doesn't offer the kind of blanket protection some tenant advocates and public health leaders had called for. And navigating eviction court here in Marion County may pose challenges.
It's been extremely confusing.
We've been following this Indianapolis tenant's fight to keep her home for weeks. She's facing an eviction filing and requested we hide her face and change her voice.
Extremely scary.
Last week, you heard her reacting to news of the CDC's eviction moratorium.
It gives us time.
But now, 4 days after the order took effect, she's not sure if it protects her.
It's just not clear. There's 37 pages. I haven't read all of them. I don't think that all the answers are even there.
Renters hoping to pause or prevent non-payment eviction must provide a signed declaration form like this one, provided by attorney Chase Haller at the Neighborhood Christian Legal Clinic.
They are signing a sworn statement under oath, and so if they perjure themselves, they could be criminally prosecuted.
The declaration must state the renter meets the order's 5 requirements. They don't make more than $99,000. They're at risk of COVID exposure or becoming homeless if evicted. They made best efforts to make partial payments and obtain government rental aid, and they're unable to pay full rent because of income loss or out-of-pocket medical expenses.
There are so many loopholes to have somebody to have to demonstrate to you that their need came from such a singular specific place.
Nonprofit think tank director Molly Martin and other tenant advocates noted the term best efforts isn't clearly defined in the moratorium. It's unclear if texting a landlord and asking to work out a payment plan qualifies. That's one of several steps this tenant took after she says COVID decimated her income.
I don't have a clear answer.
The eviction case against her was filed in Washington Township. That could impact how it plays out.
What we know from our research in interviewing lots of tenants and in visiting eviction courts across Marion County is that each township court works a little bit differently, and each judge brings their own ethos and approach to working with tenants to get them back on track and get them to remain housed. And people find very stark differences in their treatment and their experience based on the township that they're in.
Much more of a
Heller anticipates a more uniform response to this broad federal directive. He says the qualifications shouldn't be hard to meet if renters do their homework and know their rights. He's guiding this tenant through the process. Despite her concerns, she remains hopeful.
Just hang in there and keep faith.
Now, the moratorium does not waive rental payments, as we've been reporting. Landlords can collect back rent and interest when it ends December 31st. You'll be able to find a copy of that blank declaration form on our website. Live in the studio, Julia Dang, Wish TV and WishTV.com, and be sure to follow us on Facebook.